Hey there. So we're all kind of drowning in notifications, right? It seems like everyone's turning to meditation apps to find a little bit of peace and quiet. But here's the thought. What if the thing we're using to disconnect is actually the very thing keeping us tethered? Yeah, let's get into that. And right out of the gate, there's this huge contradiction, isn't there? The whole point of mindfulness is to, step away from the digital chaos and just be. But what's the first thing these apps ask you to do? Pick up your phone, stare at a screen. Kind of defeats the purpose from the get-go. And that's what we're calling the screen paradox. I mean, think about it. We're grabbing the number one source of our stress, our phones, and hoping it'll magically grant us serenity. It's a pretty wild modern irony when you stop and think about it.
Okay, but it goes deeper than just the screen. What's really happening here is that the entire playbook of the tech industry is being slapped onto this thousands of years old practice. We're talking about the gamification of silence. Suddenly, your inner peace journey is all about points, high scores, and leaderboards? Seriously.
So what's the end result? Well, we've basically turned silence into a game and stillness into a subscription service. Doing nothing is now, somehow, a task. Another box to check on your to-do list, squeezed right in between finish that report and pick up the kids. I mean, does that sound restful to you? At all?
And this just piles on a whole new kind of stress. You know that little pang of anxiety you get from a notification that says, streak lost? All of a sudden, the thing that's supposed to reduce your anxiety is causing it. It's not about being present anymore, it's about performing. But let's be real, true mindfulness has nothing to do with getting a gold star on an app. It's about showing up, even with all your imperfections.
Which, brings us to a really big question. When we hand over our mindfulness practice to an app, are we actually building real, lasting inner peace? Or are we just swapping one dependency for another? Let's just sit with that for a second. Seriously, if you're calm, your peace of mind hinges on having a fully charged battery and a good Wi-Fi signal, is it really peace? It just shows how fragile that feeling can be. True inner calm shouldn't need a plug. It should be something you can tap into anywhere, anytime.
So, what if you just stopped? I mean, really, no more apps, no more guided voices, no more tracking your progress. What's left when all of that goes away?
Well, that brings us to the other way, the unassisted path. It's just the old school back-to-basics practice of finding stillness with zero digital help.
Now, this way is definitely more direct, but direct doesn't mean easy. In fact, let's be honest, it can be a lot harder because it's just you, alone, sitting with all that wonderful, messy, chaotic noise that's bouncing around in your head.
When you go down this path, everything gets stripped away. There's no voice guiding you. No calming background music, no timer to watch, and absolutely no streaks to worry about. It's just mindfulness in its purest, most raw form.
And this is the key point, really. This isn't about trying to reach some perfect, blissed-out nirvana. It's actually about embracing what's really there, that messy reality of sitting with yourself unassisted. It shifts the goal from achievement to simply acceptance.
So, look. The point of all this isn't to say that apps are bad and doing it alone is good. Not at all. It's just about knowing what you're getting into, understanding the difference, and then making a real, conscious choice about how you want to connect with you.
And here's that choice, side by side. On the one hand, you have app-guided meditation. It's built on external things, guides, timers, and that little pat on the back for keeping your streak going. On the other hand, you have unassisted sitting, and that's all about relying on what's inside, your own awareness, and just accepting whatever comes up in the moment.
Which really brings us back to the main idea here. Sometimes to really, truly connect with yourself, you have to completely disconnect from everything else first. It's about making that shift from depending on a device to just being present right here, right now, in the world.
So, we'll leave you with this. There's no magic answer, of course. It's all about what's right for you. Are you looking for the structure and guidance an app can give? Or are you looking for the kind of raw, unfiltered freedom that can only come from sitting alone in silence? So, what's your choice?